Hey, it's me. I'm that guy, FlashBepler. Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna do a talk about lightning. Well, really, I'm gonna talk about a lot of things, but I'm gonna try and focus on the lightning. So, let's kick it off. Let's call this the lightning.fla. You can download this in the description right now, and then go and look at it along as I go and animate on it, if you want, or not. You don't have to do anything. So there's our background. I'm gonna do a dark background because lightning is bright. You want to see it, you know. When you have the brightest color as your background, it's trivial. You're gonna end up having trouble. So let's make something for our lightning to strike. I already did this video once, but my microphone, oh boy, was it not up to snuff. It was pretty crummy, to be totally and completely honest. It was just downright awful. In fact, I should burn it, but I won't. Keep it in circulation. So I'm making myself a box here. What is this for? I always have headphones on when I record these things, but I'm not listening to anything. So I'll take those off. The box is what's gonna get struck by the lightning. And this is looking good. Let's make one more just over here. Maybe you saw the first version of this, and this is all not new to you. This is old tricks the dog already knows. But hey, for anybody who hasn't seen it, check it out. This is how you make a box. This is how I make a box. Let's not get overwhelmed here. Come on. What? There. Oh, that doesn't look quite right. Is that right? No. Turn on that snapping. So lightning. Let's take a second. Take a step back and assess what even is lightning. You know? It's probably not heavy. Probably doesn't weigh anything. So it's gonna move pretty freely. Under your little finger, it's gonna be moving around like nobody's business, wherever it wants to go. And it's up to the lightning, and not really up to you at all, where it goes. Let's make this box red. Oh, yes. There. Alright, so the lightning is gonna strike this one, and the shadows and the light is gonna get cast onto this one. That's right, you're learning both lightning, the stuff, and the aftermath of the lightning. The implications of the ning. And it's all in one tutorial, one big mega tutorial. Let's kick it off with a new layer. In fact, let's make these have their own layer as well. Bam! Alright, we're already 4 layers deep. Let's start. This is where the lightning is going to go down. But what does lightning look like? Well, it looks good if you draw it goodly. Okay, so there's 2 kinds of lightning. There's little lightning, like the stuff that you hold in your hand, and I don't know, the stuff that comes out of radios when they get overcharged, the interesting stuff. And then there's far away lightning that strikes cities, and that stuff is there's more branches, and it's not. I mean, it's still neat to look at, but it kind of behaves almost like unnaturally. So don't worry about the big lightning right now. We're gonna do the little lightning. So get your pen brush, get that frame ready. In fact, let's get a whole slurry of frames ready. There, 28 looks good to me. And at frame 10, our lightning is going to begin. So, first frame, like anywhere, turn on that onion skin and get drawn. No. Alright, so you're going for jagged, right? So, you got your lightning bolt on Harry Potter's forehead, and it goes back and forth. Why does it do that? Well, because it's trying to take that path of least resistance. If all the air everywhere was the same density and the same temperature all over the place, lightning would just go straight down. Always. But we live in a place where there's inconsistencies, There's gusts of wind. There's, patches of hot air that are moving all over the place. and you know, lightning might not want to go through certain types of air, so there's randomness, and the lightning will pick the easiest way to get to its target. This looks good. That's an okay lightning strike. Maybe there was some really thick air over here, and there was nice and thin air right there, so it took that path. Whatever. I'm not a lightning expert. I just animate it sometimes, and then it's gonna strike. Let's do a circle where it hits. Good looking. So it hits on the top, and it makes a little impact circle, and then from that circle, little tiny branches start to try and make their way to the ground. Because all lightning is, it's a bunch of energy in the clouds, and it's trying to, you know, get it to the ground for some reason that lightning experts do understand, but maybe I don't, and that's okay. But it's irrelevant because it gets animated, and it'll look fine. So we're gonna have some bits trying to go around down the sides of the box, trying to make it to the ground, and then we're just gonna have some stuff that is, you know, it's trying, you know, it's lightning, whatever. It goes all over the place. It's like water almost, but it disappears faster and it doesn't abide by gravity. And maybe we have some branching going on here. Yeah, that's looking all right. Okay. And then lightning, it's branching everywhere. Just believe me, it does. So there's a little branch, and then here's a little branch. You know, maybe he thought, you know, he wanted to be the true lightning that went and struck the ground. So he was like, I'm gonna make it, you know, I'm gonna make it all. Ooh, the audio quality just increased ever so slightly, closer to Andrew's mouth. See, so he thinks, I'm gonna make it, I can go all the way, I'm gonna be the champion. But then this guy over here, you know, Big Brother, comes along, and before he can make it all the way to the ground, he makes it to the box. So this is just a branch now. You know, it's just like a, it's vestigial. It's left over. It's the crumb of the crop. Maybe that one too. No, just the one. All right, there we go. So how about one right there? No. Yeah. This is, you know, it's good. Let's just get into it. This is our next frame. So lightning goes down really, really fast. And because of that, I like to make it animate like kind of like this. So like there was a bunch of energy in this piece right here going down, and it'll keep that. Maybe it'll even go faster. That doesn't even look fast enough to me. Like, oh, I gotta, alright. There. So that piece becomes that one. And then this might get left behind a little bit. Oh, left behind. Great film. And then this piece comes down like that. Yeah. Okay, I buy it. And then this piece kind of gets bunched up right here, almost like cloth. And then there's still lightning. So some is holding on out of frame. Just like that. Not that piece though, that doesn't make sense. So like there, right? It's kind of a waving motion, if you think about it, like when you're doing your little arm there, the next frame, you know, it might start to look like this and bunch up on itself. And then again, it'll like get more. And that's kind of what's happening here. See that? Like that is almost the leader. Almost. But it's a little bit different. Okay, so then once that happens, this big piece is gonna slow down quickly. And see how this inner arm right here is sort of making a path to the right? You're gonna have to pick up on these things as you draw them, because stuff is just gonna choose a direction and you gotta roll with it. So instead of drawing this piece like that, where it's kinda out to the left, as opposed, like if this is straight up and down, it's kinda off to the left right now, whereas it should be off to the right. So you just gotta take note of that and then let stuff go the way that it just starts to go. Lightning
has its a mind of its own. Sometimes I don't even know what it's gonna do. And then like, see how we're starting to get some little bulges there, and then this one goes the other way. That one. Well, let's roll with it. Let's make them amplify. There's those same bulges just moving that way, and then getting larger. And then here's this one. Currently, I'm talking about this one right here from the past frame. All of that. Now it's roping up on itself, and maybe it's gonna rip right there. It'll leave a little dot in the middle, and then this whole section right there is gonna fly off that way. So just like just like that. Now this part should be down and then back again. There. That's looking lightning-y, right? And then this arm, I'm talking about this one, is gonna keep going down, and then this thing is gonna turn like this, and then some of these are gonna break off bitties. Okay, I'm just gonna finish this up because I can't keep dealing with this one. It's so awkward. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, there's that piece right there. Check it out. Take a little look-see. We got a piece here. What's it doing? It's going down. It's still going, and then it's slowing to nothingness. You just gotta pick a direction. And then this piece, it's kind of doing some of that action. So I'm just gonna keep it up. And then eventually it'll break into its core shapes, and then it'll be nothing. Good enough for me. Oh, and there's one piece there that kind of just lost its totality. So I'll just put that there. That looks fine. And then this guy. Let's finish up this little story arc over here. That'll kind of do some of that. Maybe curl it on itself. Oh, have you watched my smoke tutorial? No. What? Of course you have. What are you talking? What? So this is billowing right here. Like maybe there's a bunch of thick air right there. So perhaps this little piece is gonna start to billow backwards. It's gonna start to spiral the opposite way, and then this piece will do some of that, and then that. Yeah. Just for whatever reason. You know, inconsistencies in the air. You can always blame your inconsistencies on the randomness of the world, and it'll be fine. Wait, no. Alright, so here's a piece right here. What direction am I going to choose for it to go? Well, let's look at where it might have come from. I'm thinking it's somewhere in there. I'm thinking that it's a little bit of electricity that got ripped and is left over right there. So all of this stuff kind of turns into this stuff, right? And all of this stuff sort of gets turned into that. So it's getting ripped that way and that way. So, like, it's kind of doing this action, and then this one is kind of doing this action. So there's a bunch of spiraling going on like this. So I'm thinking that little piece that is in there deep, well, where's it gonna go? It's gonna go with that spiraling motion like this. That makes sense to me. And then in fact, I think there'll be a whole nother one right there. Yeah. How about there? Particles, man. You just gotta look at their surroundings and see what would affect them. Alright, so now let's talk about this piece. Just like the first one, it is going down, and it looks like this is going down a little bit faster than that. So eventually they're going to be even. So let's do just this big chunk right here. Yeah. Good. And then don't lose that J at the bottom. That capital J. Alright, then zoom in, and then it might start to just zip outward as something takes over it. Kind of like smoke does a lot. And then this will be something like that. There we go. Yeah. It takes practice, you guys. It doesn't come overnight. Alright, so now we got this little arm here that I didn't worry about yet. But it'll maybe lag behind and then get thrown out. Fine by me. Okay, so what happens to this? Like I was saying, this thing is moving faster than that one. So there's a lot of forces going on here. This bump right here has to have something happen to it, because I drew it. Once you draw randomness, give purpose to your randomness. So I'm going to just say that maybe there's a big gust of really hot air right here, and it's going to have some influence on our lightning in the form of some of that. And then because it's getting ripped that way, it's almost like a piece of string. It's going to pull this, you know, as if this was the end. This is our leader, and this is the follower. So it's going to do something like that, and then this piece is just going to go out and follow its, you know, easing out path to nothingness. Lightning doesn't go up, by the way. Unlike fire, lightning just sort of goes wherever, because electricity doesn't weigh anything. So it doesn't really matter which direction or what speed it's moving. It's always just going to slow to a stop midair. I know real electricity doesn't do this. Mostly. It tries to find something to ground itself to. But hey, this is how I animate it. This is just what I'm talking about. Alright, now this piece right there gets ripped out because this piece is getting slung out that way, like that. Not quite like that. It's a little bit more like that. Doing a little billowing action. See that? As if this was the stopping point. It will in a second. I'm going to do this one piece right here that I was talking about. And then there. Alright, next, once we get all this done, we get to do impact particles. This is the body. Oh, okay. I was doing this on the first one. I'm doing it now. This was part one. The body of the lightning. Actually, this is part two. These are the part one. The background. Part two. The body. The smooth, succulent body. Lightning. So this is the billowing. Right here. Check it out. I was doing a little bit before, but this is a great example. Like this. Here. Just rule of thumb, when you're doing billowing. Jeez. What the heck? Okay. Pick an interior. Something has to keep moving that way, and it's got to be the absence of something. Meaning, this line I'm drawing right now, that's what I'm talking about. It's the thing that goes with the direction, and the rest sort of wraps around the absence of it, like this. And then eventually there's just nothing. And you do this a lot in smoke. You know, you don't have to worry too heavily about it in lightning. But, see, the whole thing is moving this way. Why? I don't know. But it just is. And then some of it is going to be moving that way still. And I'm talking about the back part of it. So watch as that part does. The front gets stopped by something, probably some kind of air, and then it starts to pick its, you know, it picks a direction, whatever the imperfection is it goes with, and then it'll rush up that way. And because this is still moving this way, but this now is moving up, the back is going to start to get pulled by the front in a sort of spirally kind of motion. It's billowing. Just believe me. Or don't. Do what you want. Alright, so now this part looks like it's kind of going to get pulled like that, maybe? No. Something more like that. Yeah, that's fine. And then the back is moving pretty fast. And let's keep them together, you know. Don't break up a good couple. Oh my gosh, why is it duplicating when I'm just on V? or on control. If I was on V, it would make sense. Here. Turn off that snapping. Turn it off. Don't need it. That was for the boxes. You know, that's not good. What is happening? My hotkeys are betraying me, and it's making me lose sight of the lightning. That's not right. That shouldn't. The lightning doesn't. It's not an object. It should be doing something like that. No, wait. Maybe I did have it. You just gotta play with it. That doesn't. You know what? It makes a lot less sense for it to go like there. Okay. Keep it moving. And then slow to a stop. Why? That's truly an anomaly. I can't even control select now. I'll deal about it when the tutorial is finished. Alright. Last piece. Last piece. Right there. And then just ease it out like anything else. Like everything that you've trained for. Except when your control select doesn't work for whatever reason. Maybe I activated sticky keys or something. It's like it's doubly so holding control. I don't even know. There we go. Alright, okay. We're finished with part 2. The body. Okay? We talked about so many things. There's billowing, there's easing, there's little particles that I didn't even animate yet. We'll do those later. When we do our interlacing. But let's do the impact particles right now. Let's do them. So, we got our little circle here. And it's looking good. So, let's make it bigger. Oh, with no outline, please. Let's make it large. Let's group this up so I don't have to worry about it. Make it large. Duplicate it on itself. And then do this and then that. And then that. And then cut these off. Yeah. Not too shabby. Alright, and then there's like some stringing trying to hold on. Okay. A little impact circle. Not bad. And then, alright, let's animate all of these and then we'll go down to this stuff. So, we got this little line here. What's gonna happen to it? I don't know. It's just gonna bunch up on itself. Why not? And then it'll slow and then turn into nothing. Great. This thing, maybe we have like the back part do that, and then the front, see this part becomes that in the future. It's going up on the front and down in the back. We got spiraling everywhere. Everything is always spinning. And then this part, we'll do some of that, and then the spinning will slowly stop to nothing. Yeah. And then the whole particle will just dissolve. Great. That looks funny. Then we got this guy right here. Same thing. It's all the same. Just turns into nothing. Pick a direction. I don't care which one. Just as long as it makes sense for what's around it, you know. It doesn't even have to make sense for stuff that's across the lightning strike. Good song. And then this thing, you know, it's like they're gonna shoot out and just pick a shape. Animate it. Boy, this whole thing is just a tutorial about... This is a motivational video, not a tutorial at all. Just do it. Here's a little particle. I mean, once you get in... Oh my gosh. Once you get into it, particles are easy. It's just your spacing that matters, and your consistency with your shapes. Like, watch. I'm just making this thing slow down. And my control selecting is not working. But that was it. That was a particle right there. Here's another one. Good on that. And one more. Good. Alright, so let's talk about this circle. It's big, and then it's gonna turn into brush strokes after the second frame. And then it'll just turn into nothing. Just like that. And then just do them each one piece at a time. Like that, then that, then that. And then this, and this, and this. And then this out one, I didn't draw enough, so I'll draw more there. And then I'll put a little bit like that, and then there, there, there. Good. Okay. And then there's a little bit left over on the interior. Just put dots all over the place. It'll look good. How's it looking? Yeah! It's looking really nice. I mean, it doesn't look nice like that all on ones, but it will when I double it up and then I added my interlaced frames. Okay, let's do the ground hit. Welcome to part 4. The box residuals. How do we do these? Well, keep in mind they're trying to make it down to ground level, so they're just gonna kind of sort of maintain the shape of their former selves and then go towards the ground. Like, see, this one becomes that one, and then that one becomes that one. They're just getting larger, and then that little branch will become that little branch right here, will become that. And then it'll hit. And it'll keep amplifying still. Not as much at the top, but at the bottom definitely, because it's still moving, and then it'll hit right there. Oh, that needs to keep moving down like that. Something's not right. There, that's good. And then because this stuff is touching the box, it'll go away really fast. Like, almost instantly. Because all of the lightning is going into the ground. And then we'll do ground scatter in a second. But once the lightning gets put into the ground, this stuff on the box, well, it's spent. It's a used firework. And it was just a path. And this is just the stuff that's left over from the path. It goes into the box and gets diffused. And it's gone. There. That was the last frame. Some of this stuff out the side, I guess, will behave just like a normal bit of lightning. Right like this. How do I explain this? I mean, these lines I'm drawing, you just gotta do them. I mean, your first lightning, hopefully, you'll keep it simple. Oh, this is a complex lightning tutorial. Your first lightning for real, serious, actual, not even jokes a lot. I mean, I say go with something simple. I mean, I'm talking something like this. Do some of that, and then do some of this, and then some of this, and then, yeah, and then that'll be your first lightning. You don't even have to make it hard like I'm doing. I'm just talking about all the principles, so I don't have to do another lightning tutorial for a long time, because I want to get it out of the way, so that way it doesn't have to get talked about in the future. At least until maybe I want to do like an advanced lightning in the context of, I don't know, chain lightning. Right now, though, you can just keep it minimal. 4 particles. And then you do your doubles, and then you give some anticipation. F6, go in here, delete it all, and then go here, hold F7, check it out. You got your lightning, you got your framed up doubles, and then go in here and add a couple interlacers, you know, like as if there's some still living even after the rest of them have moved out. Easy, unless the first frame Not even hard. Don't even make it this hard. Oh shoot, I just realized how many particles I've got. Anyway. Let me just do this, and then let's do this one. It's gonna come up off the box, and it'll even start to pull this part backwards, you know, opposite the direction it was coming from, because it's all spinning. And then they'll just sort of go their own ways after a second. There. And then this thing will just keep going out. Yeah. Done with that. Welcome to part 5. The part where we talk about ground scatter. What is the ground scatter? When the lightning hits the ground, it gets diffused into it. And I'm going to animate that just like this. So here's our strike. Might even add a little circle like before. And then it just goes around in a oval. Well, it's actually a circle, but you're looking at it from the side, so it looks like an oval. And then this, I like to make kind of just get thinner as it spreads out. Oh my gosh. And then I'll finish up each one individually. This is how most particulage goes. You get the base shape, and then you go in and finish them up individuals. So you don't have to draw for like 5 minutes for every frame. You get to draw for 5 seconds a bunch of times. It's not 100 times because there's only 60 seconds in a minute. It's some math that I don't want to do right now. But it's a lot easier because then your particles stay consistent with their motions. And then we're done. Why did I just do that? Why? I don't know. I can't explain the things I do, but I can show you that I do them. I don't know. Maybe there's a piece of metal rock on the ground right here, and this piece of lightning really likes it, so it jumps to it and then diffuses into it. Just 'cause. I like to add inconsistencies. Here's this big piece. Let's finish that off right there. Great. Is that everything? Oh, wait. Let's add an aftershock of ground scatter for whatever reason. And then that's good. Oh, let's add a little bit of jump when it hits. Just like that. And then one coming at the camera. And then another going semi at the camera. Oh, wait, that's not right. There. Alright. Yeah. Welcome to part 6. Have I been doing that on every one when I grab it? Hey, so you're finished up with these, right? And they look fine. In fact, I would go so far as to say they look good. Actually, wait, I just realized something. This is huge, so it's going to leave a little bit behind. Alright, so you saw me do it on my silly little beginner's version right here. Interlacing. Well, oh no, this isn't interlacing. Sorry, this is strobing. Why do you strobe your lightning? Because, take a look. If you pull this card, whoa! You've got bright to dark contrast happening so fast, and that'll catch your eye. And you want lightning to catch eyes because when you're animating, you don't have the ability to make your white pixels any brighter than the brightest the screen can get. But you in your heart box know that lightning is really bright stuff. It's so bright. And the only way you can show that much brightness is, oh geez, I gotta turn that, is to use sharp contrast really fast. So if you make your lightning go away and then come back at 1/15th of a second, you know, every frame, that'll catch people's eye. And it's kind of like simulating brightness, but not really, you know. It's just a thought. Here's how I do it. Here, you go in and you do your doubles like normal, and then you slap in some in-between blank frames with F7, and then you get something like that, which is close. But what I like to do is double frame the first frame, and then you kind of see it for a little bit longer, and the second, and then go in and maybe cut out one blank, and then double up another blank to even it out. Just add some randomness, and then at the end they're kind of almost all doubled as they last longer and longer. But your blank frames don't have to last as long as the whole frames. Like that. Bam. And then like that maybe. And add like some of this. Okay. It's not shabby completely. Let me go in and add some interlaced frames. What are these? Well, I quite like to, on the frames where there is no lightning, add some in different places, as if the lightning is living a double life, and he's sometimes over here and sometimes somewhere else, like in between his own particles. So right here, let me add a circle, and then on the next blank frame I'll continue his little life, and I'll just keep that up and just tween him out like a normal thing, and then when we watch it you'll see what it does. There, and nope, not there, and then there. Alright, that'll wrap up that one. So you start to get, look at that. It's like there's behind the scenes lightning that we didn't even know about. So maybe some happening over here too. Get a bit of a bigger brush, like right there-ish. And then maybe he's gone for a little while, but then he comes back 2 frames later. See, he missed out this one. Then he came back. There. And then he's sticking around for a while as he shows up in this one. And then again, but then he's gone again, and now he's back over there. What? Lightning is random. See all that action? Just a little flavor to your lightning pizzazz. And if you add one out in the open, you can really start to see it in like comparison to the regular lightning. Like out here, if one just up and shows up out of nowhere, like that, that's, I mean, it's crazy, but it'll probably work because it's strobing, and then it'll get smaller, and then smaller, and then smaller, and you guessed it, smaller. Okay, that's that. Good. How's it looking? Not bad. Yeah, looks fine to me. I'm only gonna do 3, keep it nice and easy, swift, and now let's do some residual lightning. Welcome to part 7. Residual lightning. This stuff is new lightning that forms after the fact. Like, maybe there was some electricity still in the air that hadn't manifested yet, Well, it can do it even after it's already struck. Like you see it a lot when you have static electricity. You know, you get it going. You rub your feet on the carpet, and then there's electricity, but then it stops, but then it comes back. I don't know. It just does. So let me draw some. Here's the beginning of some residual lightning, the first frame. And then the second frame can even be right after, like that. And then it's huge. And it's doing its own thing. And then I'll just interlace it by hand, or I'll just strobe it by hand with my frames. And I'll pick a direction. So the middle bit is going to go up, and then this bit's going to go that way, this bit's going to go that way, that one's going to go that way, like that, and then that. And then it's kind of missing a frame there. I'll make a whole new layer for this piece. Alright, so it was doing that, and then here, I'm starting to think I should just animate it normal. I'm going to just animate it normal, then I'll strobe it later. Doing it by hand is going to take too long. Alright, so there's that, and then that, and then that, and then that. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just like to. I think it adds a nice effect. But it's totally and completely a stylistic choice. I think it adds a personality. You know, the personality that you might want to go on a nice, expensive date with this lightning. You know, he'll pay. He's a great guy. He's just that kind of man. He'll tip 26%. He's that kind of guy. There's that piece up there. And then even more breaks off. 26%, probably 27, honestly. He looks classy. And then that goes like that. That's like that's like quarter of the meal. I'm missing something here. Like that's supposed to go up and keep going. And then there. And then that's gotta spread out to nothing. This is gonna be a long video. Like my first lightning was sort of short. This one though, I'm just going full blown talk about. I'm saying everything I'm doing. No hesitation. Never back down. Where's this piece here, huh? What happened to it? It all doesn't matter. It happens so fast. And lightning is random, so it's whatever. Now, this piece... Oh, no, that can't be there. This goes here. Like that. And then there, and then there, and then there. This one... Ooh, it's doing some of this. I see what's happening. It's doing that. See it? See it? It's going this way, and then this way, and now it's going to go that way. There it is. Good going. And then that, and then that, and then that, and then that. It's just lightning. You don't need to make it so complex. It's only going to be on screen for a second, as long as it's semi-fluid. It'll be fine. You know, just do a lot of it, and it'll look good. Lightning is sort of, it's one of those effects that it's, I don't know. There's a steep learning curve where you get it, and then it's hard to get it wrong once you just get it. I'm not doing simple lightning right now. You can do simple lightning and have it look great. I'm spending a curious amount of time on this. I mean, this was not the best example, or, you know, that thing I just did of simple lightning. You should take longer than I did on that piece of crumb. But, you don't have to get too in-depth. So, here's our little residual. Right here. No. There. Yeah. Let's make some of our frames line up, like right there and there. And then, there, make those line up, and then go in and double it. And then, oh, make these live long and electrocute. Let's check it out. Just a little bit. A little bit's hanging around. Still living. Whatever. Maybe he is. You don't know what he's doing in his free time. Blam. So that was, I think, all I'm going to do for the lightning part of the lightning. In fact, I'm starting to think maybe it should start sooner. Yeah, like this. Let's do some of this. No, wait, no. Like some of that. And then there. No, that's too... yeah, that's good. The explosion before the storm. And then the disappearing act. Good. Less. There. Okay. So, we've finished all of it. Welcome to part 8. Ding 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 ding. This is the part where we do environmental effects. First by starting with the background. Oh, this one here. When our lightning strikes, we're going to imagine that we are watching this lightning on a camera. A camera that is like any camera in the world and has the option to give you auto exposure or automatic ISO controls where you can instantly adjust the brightness depending on what's bright in the scene. And you don't even have to do it as a camera operator. So it'll emulate that by cranking down the brightness of everything else in the world and cranking, well, I mean, that's all it does. It cranks the brightness down for the whole scene, which therefore allows you to still see detail in super bright spots, and you wouldn't see just a big blur of white right here. So it's good, and you can emulate that by just making your background really dark at the frame of the strike. In fact, I'm going to make it a little bit brighter beforehand. Yeah, that's good. And don't make it pitch black because you still got to add shadows where it's even darker than dark. And then once it goes away, this will go back up a little bit and then back down a little bit, or down a little bit. There we go. And then it doesn't really matter after that. It can just start to get brighter as, you know, once the lightning has done its first strike, it's not going to get too bright after that. And then it's just back to normal. Yeah. Okay. I forgot to do one thing that I did want to do, and that was to add a little impact bright spot where it's got white in the middle. It's a radial, no stroke, and it's white 100, and it, oops, shoot, there. It's white 100, and it goes down to white 0, like that. Make it a symbol, and then bring down that alpha. Yeah, just for that first frame. Not bad. It's kind of bugging me that this is not the same color at the beginning and the end. There. Oh shoot, I bugged it up. I bugged up my purple box I did. Go back. Okay, there. Replace these frames. Alright, the background is fixed. We're really plugging along. There. Not too bad. Alright, I think everything is it's coming along. Let's do the box effects, and then we're gonna call it a lightning tutorial, and I'm gonna stop recording myself. Yeah? Yeah. Why the heck not? Get ready, I'm gonna crank up the volume. We cranked up the volume after we got off the boat and into the jungle. If we go to the frame where the lightning strikes, right here, and break apart this box, why did I ever even symbolize it? I'm gonna go ahead and copy it, and then make the top basically white with a tiny bit of pink left, and then make this part dark in contrast, and then on the next frame it'll be back to normal. And then again, just change it a little bit less this time, and then there, and then again back to normal. So how does that look? Good. Changes with the scene. Okay. And then this one even more so, so copy that and then go to this first frame, and this one is getting, you know, reflections of the light right there, and a little bit on the top, but then on the side it's kind of getting none. So that's our sort of, maybe even a little bit brighter on top, like that. So it goes from that to that, and that's not even dark enough, and that's not even bright enough. Yeah, that's good. And then the next frame, here, let's make this a symbol, and oh boy, I'm gonna do this the easy way. We alpha this thing, paste it on top of our normal box, yeah. And then next frame, oh well, it's actually supposed to be 0 right now, but here it can be up to like that much. What I've got here is the original box color on bottom, and then I've got a see-through version of the darkened symbol on top. So I can just change the brightness, or the alpha of that symbol with our color mode set to alpha, and then eventually it'll just be gone. Just like that. Yeah, check it out. It follows suit with what's going on. Okay. And now let's do the shadow of this box. This one I don't think should have a shadow. I don't think. Like, maybe there might be one that starts to form around the bottom that's kind of like this. I don't know. Maybe. But there's still lightning here, so I mean, you wouldn't quite see it right there. I'm gonna leave it in. That's what I'm gonna do. What the ever. Doesn't even matter. And then this one, the shadow is gonna be kind of like this. You know, because if this side is dark, then the shadow is on this side. It has to be. Otherwise, this side would be bright. And then we can just straighten that up, make it shadowy, get our line tool, go like this, and then probably more like that actually. Is that right? Is that right then? How about that? No. Think, Andrew, think. Where is the light coming from? Is it on that? Oh, I think that's right. Wait. Yeah. It is, it should be. And then this should be more like that. Okay. Boy, what the heck? Is it like that? I don't know, but I can't keep spending so much time on it. Just do your shadows. Just do your shadows and... oh my gosh. Make them line up with the edges. Okay, That's fine by me. And then do that, and then what the heck? There. Oh, and it's gotta look like the shape of the box, probably. Would make sense. Goodly. Now, next frame. They are gone, but they'll be back. So here, I'm gonna put this one down to, I don't know, like 40, because this lightning is creeping down the side, and then I'll put this one down to like 87, and then now this one, maybe like 63, this one, I don't know, 17, 18, snuck a little gravy off the side. Now this one is down to like 6. Whoa, that's still so bright. Is that even doing anything? Oh, what the heck? It's the onion skin. It's my onion skin. Put it down to like 6. And then this one, I don't know, like 26. And then for here, this one's gone, but this one is back up to like 32. And then it's down to 10. And then it's done. Yeah. Alright, that was it. No, that's not it. We're almost done. Wow. You guys, lightning is complicated. But look at our shadows. They are sleek. They're, yeah. Okay, 2 more things to do. Lightning effects and box burn. Welcome to part 9? I don't know. Probably. This is part 9. Oh shoot, it's IX. The box burn. Get on your drawing object on the brush tool with the black color, put it at alpha 29, has to be 29, and then go and find your frame of burning. Oh, that looks good, jeez. Okay, find your frame of burning, and then draw your squiggles on. Just like that. Draw extra ones right here. They will compile and make an ultimate burn. And then find your little branches like that. Okay, put it underneath your lightning. And then trim the fat. The stuff that you wouldn't be able to see, because it goes over the edge. And then here, well, yeah, here, erase this stuff, and then bend it accordingly, like that. And then make some more branches, and you should be good. Is that good? I feel like I had it better in my first video. Maybe some went off the side here. No. There. That looks fine by me. Maybe it got really hot right there, so it burned it more. And then as it goes down, add F6 it, and then, you know, add some in between whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There. And then a little bit on the ground. So we'll make one more layer underneath both your boxes, and when it hits the ground, right here, you add a bit of it like that. Oh, and then some should also appear on the original burn on the box. Right here. No, wrong layer. There. See, when this stuff is down here, add a little burning bit like that. And then as your particles go up, you'll know where to draw them, as if they were so hot next to the box that they burned little lines into it. Okay, let's check it out. Yeah! Not shabby. That's not shab at all. I've seen shab, and this is not it. Alright, really though. I said there were 2 things left. Now there are 2 things left. There were 3 when I said that. Welcome to part 10. Oh snap, the box jump. Let's make our box and our box burn one big layer. So if I just select all the frames that are the box and the box burn, and I right click and cut them, and then I go in here and then I make a new symbol, make it a graphic, don't need to name it, and then in here I'll just paste the frames immediately and then drag that out and put the, well, it doesn't matter, put it where it lay, which is right there, and line up the burn marks so I can get it perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna just animate a little jump. So like when it gets hit, maybe it'll rotate a little bit. And then as it freaks out from getting hit, it'll start to go into the air. Like this. Just a little bit. Turn on your onion skin so you can get a better gauge. And just animate this like normal solid physics. Oh dear. And then let it hit the ground. And then on 2s as it comes down. Or no, it doesn't. It's got to keep spinning the way it was. And then as it hits, you put the registration point on the point of contact, and then just rotate it down as it lands. And then here, the registration point jumps to the other corner, and it starts to rotate the other way. Yes! And then down to finish it up. Oh my goodness. I made it go down too far. Shoot. I should have put myself a guide. Here. I'm going to just slowly ease it up. Okay. You know what? I don't even mind. Here, this should be double here to double here. You know what? It doesn't even matter. Oh boy. Because that is lightning. Once I do my final thing. See how I said there was 2 things left? Now there's only 1 thing left. Go in and find all your frames that are lightning, which is those. Ooh, look at it without. It gets burned. So that's a lightning, yep, and then this is the puff. So if we go and grab all of these, cut those, well, let's copy them so I know where to put it, and then we'll make a brand new layer, and we'll make a new symbol, make it a movie clip, paste them, and then go back out of here. Ah, shoot. I guess that's not going to help me at all. Here, we'll make it a graphic so we can see it. Go in here, properties, make it a graphic, make it a loop, and then we'll line it up just like that. And then we can go in and get rid of the original layers. Now if we take this graphic, this one, and we call it a movie clip now. We can, shoot. Alright, if you go inside of it, and just go to your first frame and give yourself something to look at that's white, so you know how big the blur is going to be. So if we select it and then we go glow, make it a lightning color, high quality, crank it 260, crank it 140, and then, yeah, 140? How about 152? And then let's go into it and get rid of that first frame, get out of here, and we're done. Yeah, we made it to the end of the lightning tutorial. Oh my goodness. What a video. You learned about, that was like part 12, by the way. The glow. The glow that's blue and it's high quality. Everything, all the jazz. So you can add camera shake if you want to this, you know, add a sound effect, that'd be good. And if you have any questions, hesitate not. Ooh, I messed up. I botched it. Dang it, I did. I just finished the video. I don't want to go fix it. Okay, I'm gonna fix it. I can't leave a video incorrectly. Here. So what happened was the burn was happening behind the actual burn because I animated on ones and then I doubled it. So if you're gonna make the box jump, don't animate on ones and then double them, because your movie clip, or what kind of, your graphic it'll get all screwed up. Just cause. Don't even try and understand why it does right now, but it will. Here, I'm gonna, instead of making it jump in there, well, I'll still make it jump. I'll just do it on the right frames. Here, and then there, and then there, and then after 3 frames it'll just go up 1, and then it'll start to fall down, and then it'll go down faster and faster and hit. There. Wasn't even that hard, and then it'll just bob a tiny little bit. And now that we're past the animation of the burn, I can do it on ones and then double it. Okay? Thank you for watching my tutorial on lightning. See? There. It's a nicer little jump. And the burns, yeah, the burns sync accordingly with when the lightning goes through them. Okay. My name is FlashBepler, and you've been through one wild ride with me. You can download this FLA in the description of this YouTube video. Or you can not, you can go make yourself a tasty sandwich. And that's on you.